Dear viewer, welcome back my React playlist. Last episode, I discussed basic of React form. In this episode, I'll discuss how we can bind checkbox in React form. This is new customer component. Last episode, I have created this component to showcase React form. Today, I will again use this component to discuss about checkbox data binding in React form. I will use checkbox from Bootstrap. This is the official website of Bootstrap. From here, this is the checks and radius, and here the checkbox code. Let's copy and paste inside the form element at top of the button, submit button. Here we can see an error. Let's fix this. Okay, you can see that this element has no end tag. Let's add it. Now it is fixed. Save and go back to the browser. So here is the checkbox. Let's change the label of the checkbox. Here I allow my information to be used for future campaign. This is basically consent of this form. And also I'm adding a CSS class, Bootstrap class, that is MB5. To manage state of the checkbox, I first need to import use state hook. I already imported it, so I do not need to import again. Here we can use state hook to define the state like this way. Is customer consent will be the state variable, and the set is customer consent is a function that will be used to update the state of the checkbox. Use state here, and the default value is false. Let's add this is customer consent state parameter to the checkbox. Last video we have seen the value prop of text box element can set the current state value, but for checkbox, checked attribute can set the current state, not value attribute. So here is customer consent. Let's change the ID of this element, and also let's add a name attribute of this element, and also let's print this is customer consent here so that we can see the state changes in browser. Let's see in browser. So here we can see the current state is false and checkbox is turned off. Let's click the checkbox, but no changes because state has not been updated. To update state, I need to use the onChange event. Inside the onChange event, I need to pass a event handle consent change. Let's define this method. Function handle change parameter will be event. To update the state, I need to call this method and pass event.target, not the value. I have to pass the checked. Save and let's see in browser. Let's click here. Here, the state has been updated and the current state is true. Let's click again. We can use a arrow function as a event handler method like this. So here the event is the parameter. Insert this method. I'm calling set is customer consent and passing event dot target checked. Let's save and see in browser. Click similar result. Now this is customer consent is a loan property, and this property can be part of the form data state object. Let's see. So here the last day I defined this form data state like for the first name and last name of this form. So here I am adding the is customer consent property and the default value will be false. And we can copy this code inside this event handler method, and we to change this value by checked because this will pass into the onChange method of checkbox. Here I need to use the checked only, and we can delete this code. So there is only one state variable of this form, that is form data, and this is an object. So I need to change this code. Here I need to use the form data that is customer consent. Also here, and also I have to pass here the handle consent change event handler. Let's save and see in browser. Similar result.